Go on. Up. Hi guys, so just excuse me in advance if I need to take any breaks during this because I'm actually not feeling the best at the moment, but I really wanted to do this update video, so I'm also just going to be drinking some tea during this, so excuse that. So those of you who have been following our channel for a while now probably have noticed that I have been going through a few different health issues. Most recently I have actually had a gastroscopy done as a sort of exploratory procedure for some stomach pain that I've been experiencing. Along with that, I have generally just been feeling not great for a while now, and this is kind of the start of my journey into overcoming all of that, trying to sort of figure out what's going on and where to go from here. So I do want to say that this particular health update is just kind of like the start of the process, I guess. I mean, we have got some answers, but we don't have all the answers, so this is just what we've got so far and what we're planning for the future. I'm first just going to talk about the gastroscopy and what results came of that. I went into the procedure not really knowing what they were going to find. A few things kind of came to mind, like in hospital, the surgical consult basically said that he thinks I might have an ulcer, which can actually heal itself in some cases, so the gastroscopy might not even find it. The other issue was that I might have had H. pylori, I think it's called. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but it's like a bacteria that you can get in your stomach lining that you need antibiotics for. So the results came back and I don't have an ulcer that they found, and I also don't have that particular strain of bacteria. Something that they did find that I actually was not expecting is something called candida, which is like a yeast infection, and this can be found pretty much anywhere in your body, but when it's in your stomach and intestines, that's when it starts to mess with your whole digestive system and your whole body. And after doing some research on it and talking to the doctor about the results, it made a lot of sense. I'm just going to list just basically a few of the symptoms here for when you have the infection and what else can happen in your body. Yeah, pretty much every single one of those things was happening to me. Of course, there are so many other things that can account for all of those symptoms, but it all just kind of came together and made sense for me with this diagnosis. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as just being given a dose of antibiotics and you're all better. It's pretty much a build-up of a lot of bad bacteria in your gut and intestinal system, digestive system, that you need to now cleanse and balance out with good bacteria. So I'm kind of taking it day by day at this stage, and I've just changed a few things. So instead of going into the mindset of doing a full out cleanse or detox, I am actually going to the mindset of just changing my eating habits, concentrating on good probiotic food, healthy bacteria, clean foods that will do nothing but wonderful things for my body, as well as supplementing with a few things as well. So I've gone out and purchased a few things, which I'll talk about in a minute, that will basically help with balancing and cleansing out all of my digestive system and organs and everything really. The other thing that I haven't really talked about either is I had an ultrasound done and a CT scan done as well before I had the gastroscopy, and neither of those really showed anything too, you know, extravagant, except for the fact that I had an enlarged spleen, which I've had in the past as well, and I also have a enlarged liver at the moment, which pretty much means that my spleen and liver are overworking. So I am concentrating on a few things that are going to help that as well, but pretty much the main focus that I'm working on is just eating healthy, supplementing when needed, and just concentrating on good prebiotic and probiotic foods that are going to enhance my gut flora. I'm not going to delve too much into my diet and what I'm eating at the moment right now, just because I'm still kind of working it out, but I probably will do a sort of what I eat in a day video style for you to show you an example of the types of foods that I'm eating. But yeah, that's not for this vlog, that's for another time. I will, however, quickly go through the supplements that I have purchased specifically for this whole cleansing process. So I did do a bit of research into the different types of supplements to take when you have been given the diagnosis of a candida infection, and basically there's a lot. Something that was actually recommended on a website, which I'll leave in a link down below, is a specific tea which is actually made from a bark of a tree, and it is called pau d'arco. I really don't know if I'm saying that right. It is a herbal tea that is caffeine free, because I can currently not have any caffeine. It's actually what I'm drinking right now. As I mentioned, it is actually a bark that comes off the tree, and it is proven to have a lot of general wellness benefits. Why someone decided to drink bark is something that I'll never understand, but someone did decide to do it and discovered this, and I'm grateful for it. Pretty much just promotes that sort of healthy gut lining. It literally smells like chai cinnamon tea. If you like chai lattes, you will like this, and it has kind of like a chocolatey undertone too. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, it's good. Obviously, I need to have some really good probiotics, so I am starting with a probiotic that I have found online. This particular probiotic is actually a vegetarian/vegan option. There's also soy and gluten-free, which was also very important to me. You only need one of these a day, which was also important to me because I'm taking so many supplements right now. So I take one of these every single day, and it just starts that process of getting some good probiotic bacteria in my gut. Another thing I've started taking because of my enlarged liver and wanting to get that back to functioning properly is some silmarin, which is milk thistle. These particular supplements also have artichoke and dandelion in them, which also have proven benefits for toxicity. And lastly, at the moment, I'm also struggling with a few thyroid/hormonal issues. So I have looked into some more natural therapies to deal with this sort of thing, and something that came up was ashwagandha, a type of adaptogen tonic to help maintain energy levels and support peak performance, also providing support to immune system and assist the maintenance of general health and well-being. This herb might have a mild calming effect. After starting this, literally after 3 days of starting this, I kind of had to check myself and think, what's changed? Like, I'm not as stressed as I was, and this is what changed. So that's generally helpful. If you suffer from stress, I would highly recommend looking into this. At the moment, because of all the supplements that I'm taking, I've actually got one of these set up in my fridge that I go into every morning and just pick out the day and take the massive amount of pills that I'm taking. Eventually, I won't be taking this many pills, if any, depending on my health. For now, that's kind of my life. If you guys want a more in-depth sort of overview as to what supplements I take, particularly now that I'm pretty much vegan because I can't have dairy, let me know in the comments below and I will do a supplements video. Kind of been wanting to do one anyway, so yeah, let me know. And of course, let me know if you want to see that type of what I eat in a day style video, and I will do one of those for you too. So basically, the recap is I've been diagnosed with a candida infection in my gut lining. There is no real cure for it other than just change of lifestyle, which I have started doing. I am generally just concentrating on fixing my overall health, and the candida infection is kind of just a push in that direction. I've only really been doing this for about a month or a couple of weeks, and there's some slight differences that I have felt, but overall I'm still feeling pretty much the same. I am still researching into other reasons I am in pain and also not feeling well. I have a whole other side of the story where I'm going to see a gynecologist in a couple of months. I suffer with that greatly at the moment, so that's a whole other story, but for now, this is where I'm at. I will probably be talking about it a lot in the day-to-day vlogs because it is my day-to-day life. So if you want to keep up to date with it all, just make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell, of course, because YouTube is crazy and wants you all to hit the bell now. So that's the update for you. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming, but that's what it is. I'm gonna go put all of my thousands of supplements back in the cupboard now, and yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.